right, I'm gonna call this meeting to order. It's August 29th, and this is our scheduled HWR meeting for the month of August. So, if you would, everybody, take a look at the record roll. And we will look at approving this agenda. So, I'll entertain a motion for that.
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. All right, now, your minutes are on the second page, if you would look over those. If you see anything that's not right, let us know. I'd entertain a motion to approve those minutes. You're finished.
I'll make it.
Jackie makes a motion.
I'll second it.
Tim seconds that motion. All in favor? Aye. Ayes have it. Okay, any public comments? Anybody? Anybody have anything? No public comments, so we'll move down to our unfinished business from the previous meeting. And we had Hillsborough Fire. They were scheduled to be here for a Bonnaroo review. They're gonna postpone that. We're gonna reschedule that for them for the month of September. They're gonna go over their business they have at Bonnaroo. So, and our second thing on our agenda here was our contract with the city of Manchester on fire service to the industrial park. And we had a couple of members that wanted some clarification on some stuff with that contract. So we have two representatives from the city here, Mr. Ryan French and Alderman Joey Hobbs. So if you guys want to come up and sit down, maybe answer some questions on this. I know the official agreement, I think, is 20-plus years old, and I think that agreement was for $50,000 for the industrial park. So, as you've read in your new agreement here, inflation's seems to guide us again. So, any questions for these guys?
Do we know how much Manchester generates off the cardboard side of the recycling?
We lose money on it.
Okay.
At times. Now, you know, obviously that does
Yes.
fluctuate with the market, but I think as of recently, we've pretty consistently lost money on it.
Lost money on what? What was your question, Tim?
They are in here to, pick up cardboard, the cardboard, and then I assume y'all sell it to Tullahoma. And then they turn around and bale it and sell it.
From, can I ask from where? I mean, just different industries in there? Okay, I mean, and of course, I was a part of Ravago out there for many years, and we actually handle all that on our own. So that's why I was
Yeah.
asking what.
Well, I know when I worked for Kroger, we baled everything, cause we made money off of it.
Yeah, we did the same, right?
I am gonna send a question to give it to George Gannon to get you a right now.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. It's been a little
I'm
bit
all
since we
for it.
talked about it,
Yeah,
so.
I'm all for us working together. I was just interested in seeing, you know, how much there is generated out there. It would be good to throw it to people of the county because we throw so much of it away.
Mhm.
I think too is, you know, there's a increase here on this, but, you know, 20 years ago, you could buy a fire engine for $175,000. Now they're $750,000, so.
Yeah, last night, the new engine that's being discussed at the city was part of the safety committee meeting last night, and it's, between $820,000 and $860,000 is what the city's looking at investing in the new one over
Right.
the next couple of years.
Right, so,
And they have a life just like a bus does, because once they don't meet pump standards, it's done.
Yeah, and they explained to us that there's 3,500 gallons that has to be on each scene, and for us to achieve that today, we have to actually get 3 trucks involved, and the new one will be able to reduce us down to 2 trucks. And then according to the original agreement, right, it started in '04, '05, it was $50,000. In '06, it went to $75,000, and it hasn't changed. And then, actually, the agreement, I think, has been expired for about 3 years now. So when the safety committee looked at this and we were having the conversations, I mean, it all came about inflation, gas, and the industrial park itself has grown with all the facilities adding on and new ones coming in. So it is quite a big undertaking for the city of Manchester when there is something. And there again, my tenure at Rivago, we seemed to call quite regularly because we had a unique process in the recycling park that had ovens and things like that, and it was always setting off alarms. So they're coming.
I know maybe some more information. Oh, Roger, he's here with the Manchester Fire Department. How many calls, Roger, normally in a month?
In a month, they usually are anywhere from around 5 or so. We average 30-something calls out there a year or more.
All right,
That's the low end.
all right.
And you also have Love Travel Center out there as well. That's an addition to the potential risk. So that's a big difference in when the initial agreement was made too.
Oh, yeah, for Love's.
Yeah.
If you got a fire in there and you start trucks popping off, and y'all have like mutual aid, if that were to happen, A-Road would help us also, correct?
We call for them.
Okay.
I mean, it's an agreement with
Yes,
the
sir.
county and the agency. Like Kirchhoff, that's the way it went, Kirchhoff. Tullahoma came.
Mhm.
Okay.
Everybody had a water hose come to that. Needed to.
But it showed you the amount of fire that you could have at a
Yes, sir.
facility at any given
Any-
time.
yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's amazing.
Okay, so this will be good for 4 years, then we renegotiate it 2028.
Yeah, and that was at the request of the county mayor. He wanted a 4-year term.
And I also talked to Judd. He couldn't be here tonight, but he thinks this is a good deal for the county and he wants to do
Well,
this, so.
When you look at the investment that they have, and this is guaranteeing that they're coming, it's pretty cheap insurance.
Right.
I mean, it's expensive, but if you put it all in perspective, it is a good insurance policy that the county's buying for the county out there. Plus, if there's more industry that comes in.
Okay. Anybody have any more questions for him?
Does this have to go to legislative or anything?
It does. Well, we need to approve it and then we'll send it over for a
So it'll
final
be
vote.
November before it's signed.
Right, right. Okay. Any more questions for him? If not, I'd like to entertain a
I'll
motion.
make the motion to send this to legislative and fast track it. I'd like to see it signed by, what we did last night was, we were doing a contractor, we were doing some things with, policies and procedures. We went with them, had a joint meeting, and that way, if anything had to be changed in here, we could do it in that way, and that might be something, if they say that they're gonna change something,
Right.
we might have to meet with them again, and that way we can guarantee that it'll be on the November ballot, or November meeting schedule.
Okay. All right. So we got a motion to
Second.
approve this contract. Got a second by Jackie. All in favor?
Thank you, guys.
Opposed?
Thank you, thank y'all, thank Manchester City.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for
Thank you,
coming.
guys. Thank you for coming over.
$850,000. truck is.
Oh, that's nothing.
I'll come back there and
There's
stay
some
on
that's a
this one.
million
Yeah.
plus.
I know.
Yeah. Hey,
See you around.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right. So, any new business? Anybody got anything? Tim, you got, what do you got
I
on
would like
water?
to get, water back on the, and I've got some things going, talking to the mayor and the lawyer and stuff about, can we move out of districts and stuff? I'll just leave it like that until I get an answer back.
Okay, all right. So we'll just identify that our next meeting.
Yeah, I'd like to do that in September.
Okay, yeah, we are gonna meet in September, we're gonna get back on the 6 o'clock schedule, so. Okay, all right, yeah, we'll set a date for that late September, cause I know we've got another contract coming up with the city of Manchester on animal control. They're in negotiations with us on maybe us taking over their animal control, so. We'll have that maybe hopefully in September.
Does that need to be in the minutes?
No. We'll just see, how it goes. Probably not. All right, anybody else have anything else? Jackie, you have anything?
When you set the date, will you let me know? And
I
I'll
will.
Get with the Manchester guy, the new man, I think he lives down by the lake.
Okay,
The new water guy?
Yes, ma'am. I think he lives down by the lake by us, so.
okay.
Or,
Manchester City. That way he can come. I wanna talk about, can we get larger lines? We've talked about doing another water tower at North Coffee for extra pressure and volume. And what do we need to do to solidify the 105, with water and sewer? We got it dangling out there, but we can't do anything with it, or.
Yeah, supposedly, we're gonna get a new committee started
Yes.
on that. Hopefully that's coming up.
who's gonna appoint the committee?
I think the mayor will, from my understanding. Okay,
And I by far am not for huge expansions and stuff, because I farm and everything,
Right,
but
but
it's coming, and I would like to see the rural people get the taxes off of it. I mean,
if you don't,
Manchester City's sitting here, they're drawing taxes off all these motels, all these restaurants, they're just gobbling them up except for the Loves. If we had 2 restaurants or 3 restaurants out there and 2 hotels, that would generate to help pay down our school debt, or rural debt service, whatever we owe them.
Yeah.
And, I know one day they will annex it,
But
I mean, it's inevitable.
the good part about the county is in the city of Manchester and the city of Tullahoma,
We still get some money.
still get money.
Yeah, I get my 80.
So it's a win-win for the
Yeah.
county.
Yes, and that's what, we need to be teaching everybody is, if you don't like Kroger and you shop at Publix, that's cool. If you like Food Line and you live here, shop Food Line here. Walmart, anything online, the taxes still come here.
That's
I mean,
right.
if you order Amazon, the state of Tennessee did a good job on that, because the taxes are generated, come back to this county. And that's where we really jumped ahead on sales tax is, if we go to Murfreesboro, we get nothing. So to go to Murfreesboro and shop at Publix really doesn't make a lot of sense if it comes down to your pocketbook,
That's right.
or Kroger, or Food Line, and I know people don't like this and that, but if you really put a pencil to it, you need to be spending as much money as you can in this county because of the taxes.
And like you almost said a minute ago, you don't really like all this growth and stuff, but if you don't have a place to put them,
Mhm.
then they're gonna be scattered out
Yeah.
all over our farms.
Yeah.
So-
Well, and it's just inevitable.
It's- yeah,
Coffee
that's right.
County is gonna grow. It
That's
is
right.
a wonderful place to live. If the mega site comes, it will grow exponentially. It's gonna happen, and the towns will grow. Doesn't mean everybody has to sell their own farms and stuff, but if we can keep growth under control to where a 70-year-old family, husband and wife, don't have to sell the farm because they're taxed out of it, then we've done it right.
Yeah, that's right.
Or a young couple has to live in an apartment because they can't afford a house, then we've done it, we've done our growth plan right. We don't wanna turn into like Murfreesboro or Rutherford County to where the older generation has to sell out, or their kids come in and they don't want it and they see how much it's worth and they don't wanna pay the taxes gone, we need to be not conservative, but we need to watch over the people here. It's their money.
That's exactly right.
That's a problem in a lot of places right now. I don't remember this problem.
Yep. All righty, anybody else, anything else? Roseanne, you got anything?
I think I'll try to invite the man from Beech Grove who's, with the Masons down
Yeah.
there, that wants to, maybe donate.
church.
No,
The bill-
not,
Well, it's beside the church.
yeah, but not that. They've got a piece of property that's been donated to them and they can't afford a building. So what they would like to do is donate the property to maybe Coffee County for a fire department for North Coffee down
Mhm.
there. And then they be allowed to have their meetings
Yeah, that'd be
in that building, but we don't need to let that Masonic lodge go to pieces. It's very
It's too much
historic.
history.
I was
Yes.
told it was moved by mules on logs over there, so that's what he wanted to do though, so I'm gonna invite him.
That needs to have a Tennessee historical marker on it.
It does.
I don't know how you do that.
I don't know
Um,
either.
The, local society, I'd be able to help you. I'm working on a project right now for my church. It was Tullahoma, 1881, it was built, by brick that were formed there in Tullahoma, just a few blocks over. But, we're working on that, and my school, I'm working on the same thing for
Well,
that.
that would be helpful.
Yeah.
Here's his name is William Riley, and he said that the the Masons, I hesitate to say the Masons because of James and Doris Mason, they're deceased, but I'm not talking about them. They were given a lot on Highway 64, 0.88 acres. Does not have a deed yet at present, but would we like to build build a fire station so that they can share it to have their meetings. So there you go.
Wow.
I'll invite him.
Yeah, that'd be good. That's, that church right there, that's probably 1830.
I think it's.
It's
he
really
said
old.
1700s.
Wow.
It survived.
Right.
That's old, and you just hate to see that go away.
Okay, anything else? Anybody have anything else? Nothing else, okay. All righty, need a motion. First of all, I know we got our new setup here, so we're all on YouTube, and thank everybody for watching, and guess we'll be getting used to doing this from now on. So that being said, for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
A motion?
Second.
You have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
All in favor,
Thanks for
say
being
aye.
here, thanks.
Oh.